will go to our super final main event.
We are back on live stream for the final session for sprint race. We have 4 races in this moment. 4 races before we start the operation for the long race, for the endurance race, for the race of 12 hours. We are listening on in the background the soundtrack that keep on push our Sodi World Final. We want to remember we start for sprint final. We start with the final 4, final number 4 for the drivers with no good situation in chart, and then final number 3, final number 2. At the end of this moment, we start with the super final. Every time at the end of the race, we will go on the podium with the best 3 drivers, and we wait for the winner inside our TV studios. We are ready to start, like you can see on screen, all the 20 drivers. The 20 drivers are starting for final number 4. They have to race 9 laps, like you can see. And like you can see, the weather conditions are quickly changing. We discussed in the previous moment with our guest about the weather forecast. Weather forecast say us probably tomorrow in early morning it's possible to have rain. It's possible to have rain during the endurance race. For a sprint race, the weather forecast say us the condition of track will be dry, but now the condition anyway is changed. Is changed by temperature, not in wet condition or in dry or in rain condition, but now weather is cloudy. Is now cloudy. We have more wind in front of the first hour of today, and so probably the condition, the changed condition, change also the race. The time in race will say as if this weather condition, new weather condition, lower temperature condition will change also the kart race. One more time, all the drivers in this final, the 4th final, the drivers are ready to start in formation lap. They are started and they try to improve the tire temperature to get more feeling inside the track.
I remind you that these carts are totally different between the kid ones because they are water cooled, monocylindric 250cc displacement of the engine in indirect electronic ignition, and with the cylinder pushed to the back in about 60 degrees for make a lower balance of the weight. Is an engine built in Switzerland, in Swiss, and the stickers are light blue for this type of kart. You can see by your own that when a driver push full throttle on the right side of the track, the rear wheels are slipping, are sliding. So it's easy can know how much the power is increased by the 200 cubic centimeters of displacement for the kart of kids. Now we are waiting.
Okay. Ready to start, get off the pace car and the race start. Matteo Garabini tried to keep the first position in this race. Oh, smoke by tire and a big contact at the second corner. Now we wait the race control decision. Only yellow flag now. It's not possible to overtake during yellow flag condition. The Italian Matteo Garabini is leading race now with a little gap from the second drivers. We are on the corner number 5, left corner, finish the second sector of track. First sector in 19.9, second sector in 20.9. Is at the end of first lap.
He's pushing for make meters between himself and second. Here the pass on the finish line for the first time in the first place, Matteo Garabini. At the second place from Bulgaria, Petrov Rumi with a gap of 9/10 of a second. The third position, Ali Hussan Umid from the United Arab with almost a second, and Diego Merli the fourth position with a more important gap with almost 1 second and 400 and a half.
We are waiting also for time keeper and time the speed of this kind of race. We want to know if this cloudy condition is able to increase the kart during the race. Italian drivers keep on pushing in first position. Matteo Garabini, we are waiting for the second train for the second that are fighting for the second position, and they are really fighting corner number 2.
Well, they're fighting in corner number 2 and 3, where the first passage on the flag as the double of the gap between the first and the second, almost 2 seconds between the first and the second, 1.874 seconds between Garabin and Novikov, and the third Umid Ali Hassan, and the fourth Diego Merli keep the fight for I think the third position. Now the Hassan Ali Umid and Diego Merli then can take the right line and close to the backside of the car to his to the other driver, and can take the overtake. The second Umid Ali Hassan can reduce the gap of 2/10 of a second. Now the passage is 1.623 on the best lap. If I don't make mistakes, I can read this is made by Umid Ali Hassan in 1 minute, 1 second and a half.
It's really important to remember the gap at the end of the third lap. The gap is 1.6 for the Italian representative Matteo Garabini. In second position now have just a little gap also Hussein Umidali, and in third position one more Italian. Fourth position for Russian representative Stats Novikov. One more time from Bulgarian Rumi Petrova, and then in position number 6, P6 for Didier Fournier, the drivers from France. One more time Italian for Samuele Gabbani in P number 7. Race keep on going on in the same way. The drivers leading now the charts is Matteo Garabini, but the gap decrease of 3/10 of second. Now the gap is only 1.3.
Look, Angelo, it seems like that Alessandro says to us little few minutes before, as kids done, also sprint races drivers can push with with their body the kart in the acceleration sector of the track for help the backside of the kart to have a lighter weight, pushing his body on the top in the front wheels to increase more easier the speed. Contact at the turn 5 between two drivers in the backside that run side by side, and now there are three cars side by side. Very much powerful fight.
Oh, another contact. What a really great race.
The risk.
What a really great race. The second side of race also from the back position. All the drivers arrive. The drivers have not understand the move, the leg move of his friends, of the other drivers, and the position in charts are quickly changed. Really great race, and we watch battle also for the first position. Incredible. For the first position, we are with camera on the first position. Just a minute to understand if the Italian Matteo Garabini lose the lead of the race by Hussein Umidali. Incredible. We was talking about the race with only one drivers by Matteo Garabini, but now charts had been changed, really quickly changed, probably a mistake by the Italian. Now the Italian Matteo Garabini, yes, like we see in lap number 7, is in second position. Hussein Umid Ali is now leading this race. First position for the drivers are racing with the white helmets, really near of the Italian representative Matteo Garabini.
So Matteo have only 2 passages on the track for take the lead of the race, but Hussein Ali Umid is very smart to take the right lines of the track, and now the second turn we have in which we
last lap
many overtakes takes place in the corner number 2, and now final lap for Matteo Garabini, the only occasion, the only times who can push the limit of the overtake and can take place the lead of the race.
Okay, we are going now to the corner number 5. the most important corner, like a lot of drivers say us during the interview in pit lane. Last side of circuit. We are waiting to watch the end of final. Number 4 is now leading Hussein Umid lead. Second position for the Italian Matteo Garabini. Checkered flag and the race is finished. Hussein Umid lead win the race. Second position for Matteo Garabini. And in third position, Diego Merli, 2 Italian on podium. In P4, Stats Novikov from Russia. In P5, Kevin Tuvenin. One more time from Italy, Samuele Gabbani, P6. P7 for Didier Fournier. P8, Pizzemo Neviadomski. In P9, Shannon Fleming. P10, Jesus Tume Silva. In P11, Rumi Petrova. In P12, Andre Tromp. In P13, Marco Ferrantino. In position number 14, Pavlo Piccolin. In position 15, Adeline Quiles. In P16, Romain Alexandra Medrano. In P17, Zoltan Lamer. P18, Koi Kikuchi. The difficult way to from Japan. Koi Kikuchi, probably the right way to say this name. The last 2 drivers are Ralph Ariton Ralph Lim, and the last is Philippe Germain from France.
So once again, we have the drivers, the top 3 drivers to the podium as quickly as possible. Top 3 drivers to the podium as quickly as we can.
Okay, we are with the winner. We are with Hussein Umid Ali. Like we can see, Dubai Kartodrome, the back of Umid Ali is wet, really hot condition now. We have cloudy weather but high temperature, a lot of humidity, and this is quite humid. Ali
I
is
don't know.
totally wet.
I don't know, Angelo, if Dubai teams are is feeling so good with Italian humidity during this part of the year, because they are a very hot climate condition, but is more wet than us.
Probably they have not idea what humidity was before
These days.
this
Now.
race in Italy. They probably are usually in to live in hot condition, but not in wet condition or in with this high humidity condition. Okay, now Diego Merli in third position. They put the handle together. Second position for Matteo Garabini. He loses the lead of the race at lap number 6 by the great move of Hussein Umidali. A little mistake for the Italian, and now the winner with the black hair. Now the 3 drivers with the 2019 trophy in the end, and now we are ready to start for the national anthem. Ready to start for next final sprint session. We are on track now in cloudy condition. We want to remember this weather condition. Now is cloudy, now the wind is growing. This changing weather we will make you in rain condition probably tomorrow in early morning. But now for the next race we have final number 3. One more time 20 drivers, one more time the race with 9 laps, and the race with 9 laps, and then the podium. We are ready to start with us for live streaming the winner Hussein Umidali. Nice to meet you. In TV studios, Hussein Umid Ali. Grazie. Thank you very much to our cameraman. Here one more time in TV studio with us the winner of final number 4, Hussein Umidali. Really compliment for this race from the second position in first position. Great last 4 lap in first position.
Thank you for that. And today I was start. My qualifying was very bad, and because that I start in final 4, and it was really easy because the drivers was driving with me. They were not have enough experience, and I was driving from long time, and I know that the race is like if you have good qualifying, you can be with the top drivers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Of course. today not your usually condition, not your usually position in the final, but a really good final. You are a good driver. Thank you very much to be with us, and one more time compliment for the race. Thank you. Usain Umidalid per essere stato qui con noi, che ci dà comunque il là per ritornare nella pista. Fantastica l'inquadratura che ci fa vedere i kart pronti per uscire. A little bit of Italian language also for the people are watching from Italy this live streaming. We want to remember we are ready to start for the second final with number 3. This final are after a total charts. The last 20 drivers had just finished his final. Now we start final with drivers that are in P from 60 and to 41. And of course they are 20 drivers. They are leave the pit lane. They are leaving the pit lane, and we are ready for the formation lap. Quick start following the pace car, and now on screen all the 20 drivers starting from last position. J. Adams and then Shaiki. Final 3, one more time, 9 lap on screen, race director Mr. Giovanni.
And pay attention, because this final, if I don't make mistakes, will start like the last one with a launched starting grid, not with the kart are stopped and they move from 0 km/h, but they launch by the pace safety double cart. So if it will be interesting if Guillaume Lequen can take the right way of the first corner on the right, because the first corner is very important to push the kart in the second. The second corner is it's a turning back corner, which and the same is the second, and the same design in the third. So if you come from the outside in the second, you can close very fast, and in the inside on the third, and so on with the fifth and the third part of the track. Okay, we are looking for moving other green flag. Green flag. Okay, they started right now for the final of each tree, the third final. Franz Pichler from Österreich.
Oh, what's incredible corner number 2 for this first lap.
Whoa!
One more time.
Number 4.
Attention for under investigation conducted.
It's a rally competition. It's rally races.
No, it's final number 3, but these drivers have not intention to go slowly. They want to keep push this race. That's a really great Lignano track. And now leading we can see leading the race this 2 karts, the drivers with white helmets, the last corner now on the way. Best time 1 minute 2 second, .218 is now leading Franz Pichler.
Yes, best time from the representative of Österreich. Austria. Sorry, Österreich is in Germany. Yes, he's from Austria. Franz Pichler. The best lap is 1 minute 2 seconds, 2/10 of a second and a half on Le King Guillaume from France with a gap of 3/10 of a second. The third, Alexandre Beneux, passed on the finish line with over a second of gap. So the first two drivers are flying away from the others. That makes very much fighting between one and another. So the first two, with the cleaner way of driving, are moving over with the other guys. So it will be very, very difficult to can close up the gap that is increasing in the third lap of race.
From 1.3 to 1.7, the gap from Alexandre Bonneau in third position to Guillaume Lequesne in second position. A different situation of race, situation of battle in this race. Now in the first position we have Franz Pichler, second position Guillaume Lequesne, and going on Bonneau, Carrier, Chaikin, Tauvin, Barch, Matteo Barch, Pietro Grimaldi, the Italian from Sicily. Drivers are now in position number 8.
Pay attention at the corner at the turn 7, because it's something dirty on the track, maybe some dust for the fight of the past laps, and the kart turning in the keeping on the track some dirty from the grass. So Guillaume Lequesne, best lap 1 minute and 7/10 of a second and 7/100th. So he's fighting with the head under the steering for closing up to Pichler, that is leading from the Austria, the first of this Heat 3, the third final of the sprint races on Sodi World Series here in Lignano 2019.
One more time, 3 cars in a line that are in the back position of the two drivers are now leading this race by Franz Pichler and Guillaume Lequesne. These two drivers with white helmets, now right corner, the first corner, second corner, one more time, 180 degrees, corner number 2. The 3 drivers in the line that are following the 2 leaders of the race. One more time, physical push to get more throttle in kart. We are at in the middle of 5th lap of the race. The leader is now looking back to understand what's the gap from him and the follower Guillaume Lequesne.
What pity is not a good position for the Italian representative Pietro Grima and Ulisse Zanoli, retired Zanoli if I don't make mistakes, and Pietro Grima is in the 8th position with a gap of almost 5 seconds.
It's possible to watch time. The best time now in this race is 00.55. We are not too far away from the best lap in qualifying session. This is the battle from the second position now on screen. The position quickly change during this race at
overtake at corner 5.
Corner number 5. 180 degree, really straight corner.
Yeah, on the biggest group, on the biggest part of the central group of this race, corner number 5 and the second and the third corner are the preferred for the attempt of overtaking. During the 7th passage on the finish line, there are 9 laps at all for this race is now the two leaders of best lap makes the signature of the lap of 1 minute 4/10 of a second and 28 thousandths. But the biggest part of the race, the attempt to the turn number 5 and overtakes and pushing side by side. So it seems like bouncing car at the balloon festivals in Luna Parks. They're bouncing side by side because they are keeping the position of their drivers. But their fight with the steering between the teeth.
This battle allow to the drivers in position 9, 10 and 11 to close to the other drivers, and now it's possible to see it's just like a long train, about 7 cars that are fighting for the position number 3. One more time, battle in corner number 2, but battle pushing on side by side kart. It's a really exciting race to watch. The first 2 drivers.
Whoa!
France,
another side, another at corner 5,
Pickler.
another overtaking.
Something to say with the right arm and the right hand to his fighter. Incredible race, really incredible race. One more time in the middle of the track. The battle don't finish. Keep on race now. Last corner for this long train are fighting for 3rd position. Now 3rd position is for Laurent Carrier from France. In P4, Anion Shaikh, Alexandre Bonneau P5, and Lucas Breit P6, P7 for David Tovin, Jack Adams in P8. One more time the image on screen for the leader of the race, Franz Pichler from Austria. And from France in P2, Mr. Guillaume Lequen. Nothing changed in the
Too many space, too many meters, too many meters.
At the end of the race, checkered flag for Mr. Franz Pichler. He started in 1st position, but now the battle for 3rd position. In 3rd position, Laurent Carrier with the white helmet and his kart finish race in 3rd position. What a race, what a battle for the 3rd position.
Yes, adrenalinic finish line, more than 6 seconds and a half between the 2nd, Lequin Guillaume, and the 3rd, Laurent Carrier. And then the 4th, Anjum Saik, Lucas Breit from Germany, Alexander Bonneau from France, Jack Adams from United Kingdom, Tovin David, Geoffrey Galichet from France, Pietro Grima, il nostro italiano, il primo degli italiani, Callum Mitchell from United Kingdom, from Czech Republic, if I don't make mistakes, Domen Kogovsek, and Patrick Nieroda from Poland, I suppose, from Czech, Inglicki, Lucas, Barch, Mateus, David Chart, Kovas Marcel from Canada, Norman Eves from Ukraine, Onkarov Oleski, and the last of Italian,
that have not finished the
the race is Ulisse Zanolli.
Okay, one more time with the camera in pit lane. They are the technician, Sodi technician are waiting for the kart back. Okay, with table number 45, the winner from Austria. One more time, we want to say his name, Franz Pichler. White helmet, start in 1st position, and he hand in 1st position. Really great race. The French Guillaume Lequesne have not the possibility to close enough to try the overtake during this 9 lap for final number 3. One day really exciting race. Now we wait the podium, and now we can see one more time the sun. Probably the cloudy condition changed, and but with the flag say us there are a lot of wind on Lignano track.
Final number 3, the final 3 podium coming up very shortly. Head down to the podium area as quickly as you can. Top 3 riders down to the podium as quickly as possible, please. Anything like any more bracelets or wristbands, entry wristbands that you need for the closing ceremony. You must go to the race administration office to get them. You must go to the race administration office to get them. So we're going to wait for the top 3 drivers to get here. Nice and quickly. So once again, here we go. There's a couple of rather hot bottom drivers. The French tricolor colours of Laurent Carrier on his racing. He comes up. You're having a light, P3. Yes, the sun is coming up. People's wind cars are going to be holding up for a minute. So, Zika, you having fun? Of course, good luck. Right then. Are we ready? Yes, we are ready, and here is where is our winner. France, Russia. Where's France? There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we are following the winner of the race, Mr. Franz Pichler. One more time, we want to remember he is a representative from Austria. Now we start with the podium ceremony. In third position, Laurent Carrier from France. From France, also Guillaume Lequesne in second position. We try, if it's possible, to watch the podium. Now we are listening. Se abbiamo eccole qua. The image from podium, second position for Guillaume Lequesne, and now on the upper side of podium we are ready to call Franz Pichler with the Austrian flag in the upper side of podium. The Ombrellina girls comes and okay,
flag of the emperor.
Really
The
proud,
empire, sorry, the
proud to
pride.
show his
The
flag.
eagle. The eagle.
And now we are ready to listen the Austrian anthem.
Podium now, France. You've got to go to the press conference, the live stream, the media center. So let's pop down here.
The umbrella go down. Okay, finished this podium ceremony, and we will wait the winner after the quick interview in pit lane. One more time, we want to remember 2 more races to follow in this live session. Next live session will start at
6:30, 18 and 30 for the prize ceremony. We are during the live timing starts and this 16 with and finished 18 for follow all the finals of the sprint racers heat number 3. The next live timing will start at 18 p.m. During an hour for follow step to step all the parade of all the
yes,
drivers, the drivers parade.
Really important moment
really
for
the glamour.
our streaming because we have the possibility to watch and to know all the drivers. All the drivers come on track divided by nationality, divided by flag, and all the drivers of each flag coming inside the track. We have a lot of drivers because not only young, the junior, not only sprint, but also the long race, also the endurance
Yeah,
race.
and don't forget that for the endurance races, not only drivers are member of the team, because a very important rule got the team member that even not is a driver, they have to coordinate the drivers between one stint and another, one turn on the track and another, because there are several rules for make this type of competition. The endurance competition have got many rules. One of them, for example, is that every team must to have at least 12 fast changes, 12 pit stops with the kart, in which they have to change also the drivers.
And so for this reason, the race have to be minimum 13 stint during the 12 hour. So it's really important to remember that one drivers have to drive for 2 hours and 40 minutes for minimum time, and all this rule, like you say as now, are managed by team manager, by other person that are not the drivers, but sometimes the drivers when finish the stint become a team manager, because they have to analyze the time, have to analyze the weather condition, have to analyze the drivers inside the track condition, and decide what kind of race is the best to do to get
yes,
the win.
They have to make the place of Jean Todt, of Ross Brawn, for example. If you want to take a Formula 1 example of Lynn Jarvis, if you prefer the MotoGP races.
Yes, for the endurance race, it's one more time is more and more interesting. But now are ready to start for the final number 2. Now the drivers are really fast during the qualifying session, like every time at the corner number 2.
Whoa, they take terrible contact.
In the first lap, this final give us a really exciting moment. Now started from the first position, battle for the second position. in red helmet, second position for Karting line, to work together and try to close to the race leader. Now is Michael Ubermühlin from France. The leader of the race is the best drivers in sector 1 and sector 2. We are waiting for sector 3 for Marin Brochard. The charts change every time.
And the tank at the third turn and the third corner, Mates Vrana lose 2 positions, is now in the 4th position because Conceição Ruben and Ivan Kuznikov fight for the 2nd place, and at the turn 5 they switch another time, and Ivan Kuznikov turn once again to Conceição and Vrana. Very good fight, very interesting fight, and the red one is going to pushing up to the 2nd place. Now is the 3rd until the Michael is flying away because they have no direct enemies for this moment, because they are fighting one to each other to the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and the leader is racing alone. But the attention at the turn 2 can make a mixing of the position, and this till now, and lose position, take the 5th position because the slides are very easy to make. And now let's see at turn 5 what these drivers can switching again. Kuznikov, Vrana, Brochard, Conceição, and then Pelartur, Vasilenko, Laitala, Formini, Piernatale, Antonio Truscello, 10ª posizione per I portacolori italiani. And now we come back on the lead group of the race. Let's see in the sector 3, last 2 corners, corner 11, corner 12, what the gap became on the first third of the part of the race. Ubermühlin Michael, Kuznikov Ivan, Martin Brochard and Mates Vrana.
One more time, start the fight, the corner number 2. One more time, the 4 drivers are trying to reduce the gap. Now in 6/10 of second at the last, at the end of the lap number 3. Now in the middle of the track, ready to corner number 7. The difficult of our drivers to make in the right way this corner number 7. You have not to make a mistake in this corner, to not lose the powerful engine. One more time, these 4 cars are really near, but now we have a new gap. Is in this moment from French Brochard and Ivan Kostyukov, trying to keep too close to the leader, and now they are really close. They are really close. We try to understand if the leader Michael Ubermühlin have some problem, or if Martin Brochard is really fast, is faster than the leader. In a way, is possible to overtake and get the first position. But now we have 5 cars that are able to fight for the first position. 4 cars are able to fight for the first position.
And during the turn 4, Damiano Perrisinotto, the Italian, the last of the Italian guys, makes the fastest lap during the race in 1 minute and 6.59 thousand of second. And Perrisinotto now is on the 12th position.
Okay, Martin Brochard close to Michael Ubermulin, and Ruben Conceição is close to Ivan Kostyukov. We are waiting for this final number 2. What's incredible race. Michael Ubermulin is keep on leading race, but have other drivers so close from him. Now at the last corner on left, corner number 12. At the end, one more time, overtake on the left side of corner number 1, and change the position, push out the leader, but cross the line and keep on and try to keep the first position. Martin Brochard, Michael Ubermulin, and Ruben Conceição. What a great race, an incredible race for this final number 2. The drivers try to find the same idea to fight, to stop the fight and race together, too close to the leader. One more time after an incredible corner number 2 in lap number 6. Lap number 6 is now at the end, start the 8th, started the 8th lap. One more time contact on the turn number 2, corner 2, and now corner 3, cross the line and change the position, and now change the leader. Ivan Kostyukov is now leading, but Michael Ubermulin at the corner number 5 try to get the head of the charts. One more time at the corner number 7. What an incredible race, really exciting to describe this race. Everything is changing quickly. What a contact also for the position number 7 and 8. We have Antonio Truscello and Marcus Laitala fighting for position number 9 and number 8. In this time, Ivan Kostyukov is leading. Attention, corner number 2. This time nothing changed. Try to cross the line, and Michael Ubermulin will back in second position, but incredible. It's really difficult to follow this race. Is now Ruben Conceição leading, second position for the Russian representative Ivan Kostyukov. In third position now from French.
Well, the attack, and turn 9, enter 9, side by side once again.
Incredible.
They're pushing like at Luna Park, bouncing cars.
Incredible. Michael Ubermulin, that was the leader of the race for the first 7 lap, finish the race in 5th position, and the winner is Ruben Conceição. What an incredible race. The really exciting. One more time, the kart are in pair condition, and this pair condition is the right way to get incredible race time by time. Ce l'hai la classifica prima?
Okay, they are looking, they are coming back in the TV studios for, say, thank you to be here to Guillaume Lequin, the second the second position of the last race. So Guillaume, thank you to be here, and tell me, in hot moments, how was the race from your from inside the kart?
At first, it's very hot.
Okay. Here too, as you can as you can feel.
I did really my best in order to catch the Austrian guy in front of me. It was really difficult. In the technical parts, it was okay, but in the
So
straight,
I've seen you like a sort of interceptor. You can taint to side and side, but you can't. You cannot close the gap within.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm very happy with this. This.
No,
second
it's a
place.
good result because from you to the third, there are many seconds, 4 seconds and a half, if I remember. So you fight very stronger, focus on the race.
Yes, really focus on the race. Managed to score the maximum point in order to be in the big final. So very happy. I hope it will be enough to be on the big final tomorrow.
Oh, yes, sure. We will look you and the big final tomorrow, starting. Let me see. In the big final tomorrow on 5 minutes to 6 in the afternoon.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. It's the first time you've been here in Italy?
No. It's not the
Okay, you're
first
a
time.
veteran. So this is the World Series.
Yes, it's my 6th time.
Wow, yeah, more than us.
Just a question. How many hours in a week on kart?
One time per week is really the minimum in order to stay in the shape.
One time, okay, but for a long time, 1 hour, 2 hours. How many time on kart when you go to the track?
When I go to the track, I can stay one afternoon and sometimes an entire day.
Okay.
Entire day.
Okay.
Entire day.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of hours on kart, like you say, to keep the shape and keep on fight.
It's the
really
minimum,
strong.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much. To
You're
be
welcome.
Here. Now,
Thank you
with
too.
the camera, we are going to get podium. After. Okay, at the end of this final number 2, these guys give us an incredible race. Ruben Conceição from Portugal, his friends are in a congratulation moment. A lot of friends from different parts of Europe and from different parts of the world, like we can say in previous moment during this live session in Sodi World Series. The podium, all the drivers are going on the podium. Incredible battle for this podium with Mr. Ruben Conceição, Christian Duvin and Arthur Pell. Incredible last lap. And Michael Ubermühlen, we want to remember, he had been the leader of the race for more and more lap in this final 2, but we are waiting the final number 1, the final
Absolutely.
with the fastest driver of this sprint series.
The first 20 drivers that keep fighting as fast as possible during all the 2 days, starting from yesterday until today, and they will be not the last race still right now, but they will make the World Master Finals on tomorrow afternoon. So stay with us because now starts the heat number 3 best finals, and then will be the prize, the drivers parade. Now the podium with the third is Arthur Arthur Pell, and now with the second step of the podium, Christian Duven from Holland, and the first Ruben Conceição. Is not a football player, but it's our winner of the third race that moved from the 21st place until the 4th
I'm
place.
really curious to watch the face of the drivers with number 42 and 61, Ivan Kostyukov and Michael Ubermullin. In his battle, they make the big mistake, and the other three drivers, Ruben Conceição, Christian Duven, and Arthur Pell, get the podium just at the end of the race.
So, three winners from three different countries since now until now. So we can starting to say that rental kart races like Sodi World Series are for everybody, countries all over the world, because it's not written in anywhere that you have to be, I don't know, one Japanese or one Deutsch or one Italian for have a good placement in this type of races. Guillaume says us a few minutes ago that his training is at least one day per week to aboard of a kart for maintain the focus, for maintain and increase his feeling, and don't lose the gap with the others drivers. So that way, if the winner comes to us and be waiting for the final of heat number 3 of today, Saturday, the 12th of July, here in Lignano circuits in Italy.
We are waiting for the last 20 drivers, last only in this starting list, because they are the faster for sprint session. From the fastest is Levente Szabo. Start one more time the official soundtrack for Sodi World Series. Khaled Al-Zayed in second position, Thomas Condamina from France, Valentin Lorieux from France, Logan Saunier from Belgium, Michael Motta and Alexis Melis in position number 6 and 7 from France. And from Japan, Mr. Kenta Kawafuku is the drivers in second position in the last qualifying heat. And going on, Christopher Ryan Bisonet from Canada, and Michael Grisib, and going on, Andreis Lapinieks, Jeremy Mogen, Nikita Danilov-Novorussky, Rashid Al-Muammari, Karim El Minawi, Arthur Gremont Numa, Jérôme Vivier, David Soladies, and Abigail Birk start in last 20 position. We want to remember from England, Abigail Birk is the defensor, the world champion in 2018, is now the defensor for his title, but starting from position number 20. Probably it's not easy, keep on fight, but the last fight is tomorrow. The drivers keep on get point for the general and final charts.
Yes, I don't know, Angelo, if I have to be clear with you, what kind of races can we expect by those guys? So if they try to fly away immediately, or if the fight will be closed as like the last race we have just seen. So it will be interesting see if the more fastest boy can make the gap or fight side by side for all the 1 kilometer 200 meters on Lignano Sabbiadoro circuit here in Italy for the Sodi World Series.
Certainly we have to wait the end of the race.
Absolutely,
the three
yeah.
finals we just watched say us that nothing is brought until the end of the race. Many drivers try to fly away in the first side of the race, but in central side of the race by a mistake, by a really good driving by the other drivers, and the charts change at the end, at the last corner. The charts change at the last lap. One more time going on outside the pace car, and we start from the external side. Get the first position. Khaled Al-Zayed get the first position. Now the corner number 2, attention.
Terrible corner for almost everybody of those guys.
Oh!
Coming back and slides side by
What
side.
an incredible
on the
battle.
grass. On the grass, many boys. On the grass, many drivers until the starting from number 2.
Come back on
until
track.
4.
Come back on track. But we have to remember on tire they have the dirty of grass side, and change the condition of the track. Condition of the track under cloudy weather. One more time, the sun get over, and we are waiting for the first lap to watch the leader are pushed in second position. Khaled Al-Zayed and Levente Sabo in second position. Valentin Lorieux. It's really close. They move and change the position.
And they push outside the Valentin Lorieux with external side, with external line, and move to make Lorieux outside the track. Sabo Levente with something was Senna was able to do with the overtakes.
Okay, but the race is really interesting. One more time, we have 5 cars really close to that are able to get the lead of the race. For this second time under the finish line, we have Levente Sabo in first position. Khaled Al-Zayed
is pushing on the backside of the cart of Levente. Khaled here in the outside line of the corner 2 says with the arm to Al-Zayed to pushing him to try to fly away, but in the third position we have an optimum performance of Lorieux Valentin from France with a minimum gap of 0.2 of a second that can make the overtake, that can make the difference, and the fourth is on 0.5 of a second of gap.
Valentin Lorieux move in second position with a great move on corner number 5 in this lap number 3. Well, like we said just a few moments ago, we have 5 cars not far from the leader. Now one more time, Levente Sabo is leading. Nothing changed on corner number 2. Nothing changed, and we have these 5 drivers try to work together to get the first position. Also in the backside of this 5-car train have a lot of battle for 6th and 7th position. Now the leader, Chabot, Levente Chabot, Valentin Loriot, Khaled Al-Zayed, Michael Grisib and Logan Sogne, the drivers in first 5 position.
And if we look, Abigail Birch, the outsider world champion, she is growing up until the 14th position. Good performance from him, and pay attention for the overtake for the first position, and the third at terrible number, corner number 2, that makes a mixing of the first position. And we remind you that in these 20 drivers is hidden the new world champion for Saudi World Series.
An incredible Saturday afternoon in Lignano with the 4 world champion in Saudi Series. You have to wait tomorrow in the
Absolutely,
afternoon.
yes, with us, stay with us, stay with us.
But we want to remember our live session.
Of tomorrow, we start on 10 a.m. until midday for the closing, for the last 2 hours of the endurance race, and then we make a 45 minutes, 1 hour and a quarter, and start the second session with start at 1 and 15 minutes, 13 and 15 minutes until the 13th for see the master finals of Junior Saudi World Series. And then we start again with the last live session. Starts at 20 minutes past 16 of the afternoon until 10 minutes after 18 for the Sprint World Master Finals.
Logan Sogne for MRK Team Modave in 3rd position. Keep on race in the head of charts. Valentin Loriot, 2nd position for Michael Grisib. We are waiting for next lap is over the 5th lap, the 6th lap, and change the position. Corner number 2, Michael Grisib overtake the French Valentin Loriot. Valentin Loriot is in 2nd position. Try to close the gap. From Belgium, the Belgium representative Logan Sogne in 4th position. Levente Chabot, Khaled Al-Zayed in 5th position. Now with the red neck protection is in P1 Michael Grisib, and keep on pushing from back. The previous leader of the charts, Valentin Loriot, now in 2nd position. Nothing changed for the first 12 position. Going up, Alexis Melis, Birk Abigail in P number 13. We want to remember is the defensor, and try to overtake.
Okay, the braking at the turn 5, they switch the 3rd and the 2nd position. Valentin Loriot can keep up this position with Grisib Michael and keep up the leading of the race at the braking of corner number 5.
Valentin Loriot asked beating the backside of kart by the end to Michael Grisib to push the kart, try to contact and try to connect the 2 kart. Okay, now like the French drivers asked to the other drivers, but now try to move contact, and really bad mistake for the drivers. Michael Grisib, hello to the Belgium representative Logan Sugne by MRK team to get the head of the charts. In second position now Michael Grisib, really great mistake when he tried to overtake the French Valentin Loriot at the corner number 2. Last lap for this session probably is enough the gap for the leader now from Belgium. MRK is really happy to win, an incredible supporter and all the drivers in backside. Logan Sugne from Belgium, Michael Grisib, Levente Chabot, Rachid Al-Muammari, Khaled Al-Zayed, Valentin Loriot, Kenta Kawafuku in P7, Michael Mota in P8, Andreis Lapnieks in P9, David Soladies in P10, Arthur Gremont Nauman in P11, Dominique Oreskovic in P12, the defensor Abigail Birk in P13, Jeremy Megan in P14, P15 for Christopher Ryan Bisonet, 16 position for Nikita Danilov-Novorussky, Alexis Melis in P17, Jérôme Vivier in P18. The last two drivers, Thomas Condamina in P19, and the last drivers on checkered flag is Karim Minawi.
Everybody, once again, that if you would like extra wristbands for admission to the closing ceremony tomorrow, you must go to the Race Administration Building. If you want extra admission tickets for the closing ceremony tomorrow, you must go to the Race Administration Office here in the main building. We can also draw your attention to the pit wall. You will notice that we have the drivers' parade at 6:30. We have the drivers' parade at 6:30.
Now with the wireless camera, with the winner is Logan Sugne from Belgium. This driver had been in 5th, in 4th position for a long time during the race, and he was an incredible winner by the mistake of Michael Grisib when at the last lap tried to overtake the leader that was Valentin Loriot. Valentin Loriot from 1st to P6, and now the drivers for Modave team, MRK. We want to remember MRK team is the defensor for the world champion in endurance race with the Italian Fabio Paoleschi and Guillaume Fay. They will start in endurance chart. We are really proud to interview Mr. Fabio Paoleschi, one of the most famous rental kart drivers in the world, with the same color of Mr. Sugnet. These young guys with blondie hair and this fluo color. This that is the first drivers come on the podium, and we are waiting for the last podium for this super final. After the previous three final, we want to remember that we have just watched the most the fastest drivers in this weekend, fastest drivers on special kart, the fastest drivers on electronic injection kart.
Absolutely right, Angelo, and thank you for your specific of during the races, because it's very difficult to keep the attention of the leader of the race when there are so many overtakes at every turn. It seems to follow Moto3 race when everybody starts side by side at the first corners and only one can make the whole shot, like motocross races. But we have got the final of heat number 3 for today. The sprint races are over for today, the Friday, the 12th of July, and we'll come back with warm-ups starting on 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We will follow them in live streaming starting on 20 minutes past 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So stay with us, because right now
at 6:30 we have one more hour of live session.
Absolutely.
1 more hour of live session, important hour of live session before we start the operation for the longest race. Eccolo qua, siamo pronti per il podio. We are ready on the podium. Third place for Levente Chabot. Second position for this Michael Grisib. And now we are waiting for the winner. And the winner from Belgium, in the upper side of the podium, Logan Sogne from Belgium.
Congratulations, Logan Toomey, your super final podium in the Sprint Cup Heat 3. Logan Toomey, Michael Group, and Levente Salo, well done. Now Logan needs to go to the press conference. And everybody else, please now start to familiarise yourself with where your flag is for the Drivers' Parade. The Drivers' Parade will be at 6:30. We will need every driver in every class to nominate a flag bearer firstly, and then to make sure you know where your flags are and assemble. The driver parade will start at 6:30.
So we finished the finals of Sprint World Masters heat number 3 for the Friday. And here we go with Logan. Welcome, Logan. Okay, congratulations, Logan. Here we are with your helmet and with your prize. Okay. Okay, you can reply me in French. Okay. Okay. So look in the camera. Logan, congratulations first of all, and you win the heat number 3 for this heat of today. Tomorrow we can expect it by you a very good race because today you have got very close to fight. And how was your race inside the helmet?
C'était super compliqué parce qu'il fallait gérer son départ, pas rater son premier virage. Et une fois que les 2 premiers virages sont passés, c'est là que tout se joue, que la course commence. Et jusqu'au dernier tour, j'y croyais pas. Puis arrivé jusqu'à la dernière épingle, je me suis dit que j'ai réussi à le faire et c'est le seul trophée qui me manquait jusqu'à ici. Et je suis vraiment fier de moi, j'étais tout stressé au dernier moment et j'ai quand même réussi.
So, okay, you can lose your concentration and breath, keep off the sweet, and take a glass of water for tomorrow. Okay, congratulations. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. And now we take a little break and see you soon at 6:30 p.m. for the Drivers Parade. Stay with us.
Riders parade, which will start at 6:30.